In this lesson, we're going to go over setting up SMSBump for your store to send out text message automations reminding people that they had abandoned a cart on your store. Now, this is actually really important because this is going to be the biggest key in your retargeting efforts when it comes to like when you have ads running, you have customers going to your store, you have customers adding things to cart, you have customers filling out their information, but then you have customers that don't purchase. So when those customers that don't purchase just leave off your checkout page, you want to be able to retarget them either through email marketing or through SMS marketing. So we use an app called SMSBump. It was on the recommended apps lesson. If you watched that lesson, you should have it installed already. And once you install it, you just want to run through the little basic setup that it requires you to enter a phone number and an email, I believe. And once you get launched in the system, it will look exactly like this. So we're here at the dashboard, and I'm just going to do a couple things or make sure that we have a couple things done before we actually set up our automations and activate our SMSBump. So if you can watch the language settings video, that lesson will show you how to set up the language settings to properly display what we need to display as far as like the policies and the verbiage on the phone label and stuff like that. That is required by SMSBump in order for SMSBump to be activated. So once you finish up that lesson, you can come back to this video where we're going to get started now on on setting up our automations and making sure everything is in place so that when we message SMSBump to activate our SMSBump app with our store, everything will be good to go. You won't have to jump through loops and holes to get activated and good and ready to go. So the first part in doing so, if you haven't already, you want to go and add those language settings. And then there's one additional setting that we have to add in the privacy policy settings. So we're going to go to our Shopify dashboard. We're going to click on the settings button here down below in the bottom left. And you're just going to click on legal. So we're going to manage the store's legal pages. And here you're going to see the refund policy that we created and the privacy policy we created and the terms of service and the shipping policy. So all the good stuff, right? But we really want to dive into the privacy policy here. And we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And you're going to want to add in some words that are required by SMSBump in order to actually do what we need to do. So in your privacy policy at the very bottom, there should be this basically terms of service script that SMSBump gives you. It has to be in the privacy policy section here. So text messaging, text marketing and notifications by entering your phone number in the checkout. It's basically like a term or an agreement to everyone who enters their phone number that you could go ahead and contact them and retarget them with text messages about your product and stuff like that. And it's completely legal because they read your policy and they kind of agreed to it basically by entering their phone number in your system. So once you enter all this information in, we're pretty much good to go. You want to save it, and we're going to go back over to the SMSBump app, and you're going to want to message the SMSBump team, and you want to let them know, hey, I'd like to activate my SMSBump account. Everything is ready. And then they will come back to you within 24 hours and tell you whether or not you did all the appropriate things that is required that we did in the language settings lesson. And also now in this lesson, adding that little script in the privacy policy section of your website. Once they give you the okay and the green light, you're going to say, all right, thank you. And you're going to click on add balance. So when you click on add balance, you want to set up, at least a recurring balance to be active on your SMSBump app. So I recommend just starting with the $20 they have as the lowest setting. So you can charge $20 into your SMSBump account, and then every time that $20 goes below $10, they're going to charge an additional $20 to the account so that it stays afloat as far as how much money you need to have in the actual SMSBump app to send those text messages, because these text messages they take about like 10 cents or so to send each one. So you might get a sale or two from that 10 cents. So it's actually like a crazy return, but it's a small retargeting thing that we need to make sure is on the store in order to be very successful. So once you have added a currency or some credit into your SMSBump, we're going to go over to automations here. We're going to click on automations. And as you see, we have all the automations that they already have created for you that you can just enable. So what I do is I enable the first two The third one was added as a custom one for me. It's not required, but it does help to keep retargeting at that third time just to make sure. But I'm going to just help you set up the first two, and you can decide whether or not you want to offer a third text message to that person or not. But I'm just going to go through the original ones that they have here for you. So as you see, we have the abandoned cart customer after blank hours. It might be different for you. It might not say 12. It might not say, it might not say a specific number, but we have 12 hours, but we also have one for 30 minutes. So if yours is out of order like mine is, don't worry about it. Or if it's in order, it's better for you. But we want one for at least 30 minutes first, and then the second one to be 3 hours after, and the third one to be 12 hours after, right? So the first one, 30 minutes, I'm going to click edit. And what you want to do is you're going to see it already has a beautiful script for you that says, hey, blank, we noticed you forgot to check out. And take advantage of our sale. You can kind of edit the wording yourself like I have. I think I've edited a little bit of the wording. They're always changing the script. So by the time you see this lesson, they might have put in a different one already for you off the bat. So I just kind of add in there, take advantage of our 50% sale before it's too late. Your cart is waiting for your return at, and then the abandoned checkout URL goes right there. So it's all kind of scripted out for you to take the name of the customer, put the abandoned checkout URL right into there. It'll let you know if the message is strong or not. And then I always make sure to attach a GIF. So if you don't have a GIF image on your text message marketing, you're kind of missing out. This is a really easy way to show off how the product works real quick in a quick like 2-second GIF. And it's also going to be more professional in the sense where it's going to look like it actually came from your site and your store instead of just a blank little text message or with like, a little bit of text. So this gives us this, imagery and some text to kind of get that person coming back and buying the product. And then I have that one set to 30 minutes and I just save it and I just send it out like that. And I do the same thing. So I edit the 3-hour one now. As we edit the 3-hour one, you see it's basically the same thing. Special treat from our store. Return today and get 50% off with no discount code needed. Here's the URL. That's very strong. This one, I don't attach a GIF or anything. I just kind of leave it blank because it's the second time I'm text messaging them. That means they're going to see the GIF already from the first time I messaged them. So they'll remember what it's all about, and and it's also cheaper to send without the GIF attached. So it's a little bit cheaper, but it's honestly better. So we're doing that. Well, it's better for the second time. So we're gonna do that, and then on the third 12-hour text right here, we're gonna edit that one, and then it has like an up to 50% off GIF in that, and then it has just some different copy that says, hey, we noticed there were some items left in your shopping cart. Your last chance to complete a checkout is waiting for your return. 50% off right here. And then boom, the link, and then everything. If you want to also find out these like short codes that they have, there's a way to find out the short codes in their video walkthrough there. So you want to check that out if you have the chance to watch all the content that SMSBump gives you. I'm actually featured on one of SMSBump's blogs for how to set up automations and stuff like that. So it's really a cool app. I highly recommend you guys download it. It's kind of a must-have for your store in general, to be honest. But that's how you set it up. Once I have those 3 running, that's pretty much it. You can choose whether or not you want to also upsell products or let the customer know when the order was shipped out, or you can create all these different types of automations. So just make it custom to your store. Don't just rely on what I've taught you here. Take it to the next level. If you want to also provide better customer service for your customers, or show them that you can communicate with them through text messaging, also this app also can do all of that. So just look around, check it out. I use it just for retargeting for the most part right now. I don't communicate with customers through the app because it gets pricier. It uses text messages, and I'm pretty sure it uses your credit when you're responding and stuff like that. So I just kind of leave the credit to only retarget those abandoned checkouts. So once you have that set up, we should be good to go to set up our abandonment protector, which is our email marketing app, and we're going to get into that lesson right now. So